So hello, Lakiesha McDonald.
Hey, Tasha. Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm having you on here today because you are such a pillar in the community right now, and you're kind of blowing up. Uh,
Wow.
and so I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, wow, thank you.
Yes, it's true though. You're really blowing up in the community right now. I wanted to ask you here to talk about you, really, uh, and how you got to where you are today. My first question, well, actually, what I should do is introduce people to you who aren't aware of who you are. You are Lakiesha McDonald. You work at Modesto Junior College, but that does not define who you are. You are a businesswoman and you own and operate LRM Growth Solutions. My first question today, besides everything that you do, is how do you feel getting ready to introduce this world to this book that you are in and a part of, this She Became? Could you speak a little bit about that before we talk about LRM Growth Solutions?
Oh man, absolutely. So, it's definitely a full circle moment. I met the founder of She Became probably 3 years ago I was emceeing the African American education program at Modesto Junior College, and she and I really clicked. And she asked if I would MC. First, she asked if I would be a keynote speaker at an event that she was having. And I think you were there as well.
I was.
She then asked from there if I wouldn't mind emceeing. And of course, I was very new, very green, and I thought this would be a great opportunity. Fast forward 3 years, I'm now sitting on the board of She Became with an amazing group of women. And, during the COVID, we were just kind of talking in a meeting once. What we noticed is that a lot of people were focusing on, so many of the negatives that were happening during this season, and not really feeling hopeful. And so we thought, what could we contribute to the community to uplift, to inspire, to motivate, and to let people know that, our mindset really is very important when we hit difficult times or difficult seasons. And so each one of us wrote something just to help to inspire and to motivate. And that's really is where the concept of the women behind the She came from. And I'm really proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
Good. I am too. I'm really excited for it to start really, making moves out here. Oh, plug. You can hold it up a little bit longer.
Plug.
I love it. Maybe point to just your photo. Oh, there she is.
There she is. Very proud of her.
I'm very proud of you. As my friend, I'm very proud of you.
I appreciate it.
I want to go on and just talk about your business though, about LRM Growth Solutions and why you're so passionate about it. Could you talk a little bit about that?
So absolutely. LRM Growth Solutions is a business that focuses on any and all things that have to do with professional development and training. My passion behind it honestly comes from my own journey of having to, you wake up, we hit these moments in our lives where you wake up and you really start asking yourself, like, am I connected to my overall purpose? Am I doing what I was intended to do? Here I am, I wake up every morning, I get dressed to go to a job probably where no one really appreciates or understands my potential. My value is not very high. I'm not prioritized on the list of promotions or raises. And, we do this day in and day out, Tosh. We give our very best to these organizations and these supervisors. And, we're still living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. And I just, I knew that I needed to make a change, and I knew the only way that I was going to be able to do that was really to take a chance on myself. And so I left a very high paying job to take less of a paying job because I knew that I eventually wanted to work within the educational system, and I didn't have all of the skill sets. And so I just began to really invest in myself financially, time-wise, and that led me to becoming a student success specialist at Modesto Junior College.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where I felt like I started understanding the importance of learning to articulate who we are from a professional aspect, and that, just having a degree wasn't enough. And I felt like we weren't giving our students enough information with what life looked like after you graduate.
Right. And so with that, LRM Growth Solutions was born.
It was
And so,
absolutely born. Yeah.
and so could you talk a little bit about what you do with LRM Growth Solutions besides development and coaching? You know, what is it that you bring to the table to offer your clients the help and the guidance that they need with your company?
So it's an absolute shift in your mindset. And that's where we come from. And one of the things that I'm most excited about is that, you know, we're launching a brand new workshop series, and I'll actually going to be doing that very soon. I have 2 cohorts going right now.
Win mentality, right?
The win mentality. And the win in that is actually an acronym. It stands for willing to do the work, investing in yourself, and never giving up. And that's a mindset. And so what we're doing in this season is that we're focusing on helping people to shift their mindset from thinking about what the impossible is and trying to connect to what the possible is.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important, because you can't go and want to have a new career or want to start a new career or want to do something new in your life if you don't believe that you can.
Right.
And so that's what the Win Mentality is about. We've got 6 different workshops that are included in that. One is protecting your space, learning to love yourself, effective goal setting, because that's very important. We're going to talk to you about branding yourself, learning to articulate who you are by incorporating soft skills. I mean, there's just a myriad of information that we're going to be presenting. It's offered on a 30, 60, or 90-day program, and you can do it with your, maybe you and a group of friends want to do it, or we can do one-on-one coaching. But the whole goal is to help you to connect to your purpose in life and to make a life-changing career move.
Yes. Could you speak a little bit about some of the success stories that you've had coming out of LRM Growth Solutions?
Oh man, that's such a great question. So, you know, I've had people that have landed jobs in community colleges after going through one of my trainings or one of my workshops. I've had 2 counselors who were not permanent in their positions, and after coming through some coaching with me, reapplied, and now they're permanent
Wow.
at community colleges. I've had some executive level folks come to me for to revamp and to rebuild their resumes and their cover letters. They've resubmitted, and now they're actually you know, working with within the realm of where they should be paid, right? Where their qualifications and their skills are. And then I've had some students that have come through, and I want to just give accolades to parents who are really focusing and pushing your students to be prepared for life after college by helping them to become career minded at 18, 19 years old. I'm so excited because we have our new cohort that's starting, and I have a young lady that's 17 years old. She's 17 years old. And then I have a lady that's 51 years old.
Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't matter the age. You can be young, you can be older. It doesn't matter. The LRM Growth Solutions can help everyone.
Can help you. LRM Growth Solutions believes that you're never too young to start pursuing your purpose in life. And there is no expiration date as to when it stops for you.
Yes. Oh, that is so exciting. I want to just ask you kind of how you got here. What was the thing that kicked you off and kick-started your career right now to where you're at? I mean, because right now things for you are moving really fast. There's a lot going on. You have a radio station is it a station or a radio show?
A radio show, yes.
A radio broadcast show that you're going to be starting here soon as well. I'd love for you to speak about that. Just how did you get started, and what's your motivation to keep doing this so rapidly? There's so many things going on in your life.
You know, I think that we have this opportunity in our lives to give back. And that's really what it started from. I just wanted people to feel good about what they were doing for 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Because I knew that feeling of hating what you did. And then I also knew that feeling of waking up in the morning and not minding going to work. And that's really what that's really what all of it started from, was like, what can I do to give back to the universe what it gave to me, which was this freedom and this liberty to be comfortable in my own skin and to know who I was and to learn how to articulate that to others. And so I think that it's really important whenever you're trying to start something or build something, if you really want it to grow, do it with the intent to plant seeds in other people.
Yeah.
You know, that's, You know, it would be weird if we went to an apple tree and one apple was hanging from the tree.
Right.
Right. So,
Right.
you know, my goal was just to plant as many seeds as I possibly could to help people to reach their destination to greatness.
That's awesome. So how did the radio broadcast show come about?
It's interesting. So someone had asked me if I was interested in doing a radio broadcast months
I
ago.
really want to talk about the name.
Yeah, so it's actually, we can jump right into that. It's called
Okay.
The Key Hive. Hey, The Key Hive. My name is Keisha, and I kind of, you know, I call myself Queen often, and so of course I'm the queen of the Key Hive. But what it means to me is that people are able to come and sit and have a platform to talk about the wonderful things that they're doing. It's an invitation to people who I believe are doing really extraordinary things. And for the most part, they're pretty ordinary people. They look like you, they look like me, they look like, you know, a person that you pass walking down the street, but they're doing something to pour back into the community and to give back and to help someone else grow. And I wanted a platform where we could just highlight people that are just doing great things and feel comfortable, and they're my friends. And some of them I've never even actually met before, but that's what the Key Hive is about. And hey, listen, the funny thing is that I've always, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to host a talk show or a radio show. And I'm doing that at 48 years old.
Awesome. Me too, 48. That's why I love that. That's why I love your it's never too late mentality. I love that about you, because there's so many women that feel like, and men, I never want to exclude men. You know, there's so many people that hit 40 and they think, oh, it's over. What can I do now? Life's passed me by. And it's really more of it's how you look at it. You know, it's kind of, for me, it's 41 was the beginning of my life, really. You know, I just started getting really excited in my 40s, but that's why I love your win mentality on everything. And it makes me excited to know you and to talk to you, because I know that these great things that you're doing right now are just really going to boost the Stanislaus County. And not only that, I have a worldwide vision for the things that you're going to do. And the people that you talk to and the people that you encounter, I feel that you're making these steps that are changing not only your life, but everyone around you. Wow. And to me, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. It is. I want to know now, with this development that you're doing with the LRM Growth Solutions, with your business, and with all of these women that you're coming into contact with, how do you see this company transforming in the next 5 years? What do you see happening for yourself? I told you what I feel, but how do you feel for yourself?
You know, that's like it's such a great question. And it's interesting because when you're in the throes of growth, right, which I feel like I'm growing, and it's happening so rapidly, I have to remind myself at times to stop and really to bask in the amazing opportunities that are coming my way. I've always seen myself doing things on large, with thousands and millions of people. And I've always seen myself on that level. And where I don't know exactly where it's going to end up, what I do know is that I'm always proud at the end of my day. And that's really how I weigh out my success. You know, I'm always proud of the work that I've put out at the end of each day. And when I'm not, I go back and I take that 86,400 seconds that I get the very next day and put it to use differently, because that's the goal. I'm going to do it my best. And I think that's what people recognize more than anything. I think that people recognize my passion and my sincerity of truly wanting to help people change and shift their mindset. Again, it is a win mentality, and the circle of winning is very small.
Yeah. So in 5 years, do you see yourself still doing this by yourself, or do you see yourself taking on more people within your company, or do you want to just be that mentor, that that person giving guidance alone, or do you plan on making the company much larger? What is your goal?
And again, wonderful question. My goal is to turn the people that I coach into a part of my team.
Yeah.
You know, it's to build up strong leaders, and for them to be able to have a platform to go off and do what it is that they're passionate about, and to do it under the leadership of LRM Growth Solutions. And probably more specifically, I really want to make sure that the brand of win mentality, I think that's a brand.
Hashtag winning every day.
You understand? That's, and yes, yes.
Give your hashtag, because I don't think I said it correctly. It's hashtag we're winning every day, right?
It's hashtag we winning every day.
Okay, I will put that on the screen.
Oh man, that's awesome. And I had a passion for that hashtag probably about 3 years ago. It was 2 years ago, it was like my thing, and it still is. And I love that you remember that. Thanks for remembering that, because it really means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me, because it's true. I mean, we are winning every day. It's even in your worst times,
yes.
There's at least one thing every day you can say, well, I won at that. Even if it's something simple as I turned my key into the car to get to work today. I was able to do that. I won because I turned that key. There's always something positive in your day. It can't all be bad.
I love that. Sis, I got to tell you that's really, it's a mindset. Like you can determine each day what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
And even when it doesn't, don't be discouraged, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I can't imagine what would happen if, you know, we didn't get into this game of life with the intent to win.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to sit on the bench forever. We're supposed to learn the plays, and we're supposed to jump into the game with the intent to win. And with those wins come some big L's.
That's true.
Right? But some of our greatest athletes, it took them years before they got their ring.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to think about. It may take years before you get to the championship part of your life, but every single time that you were in the game has what's led you up to that, whether it was a win or a loss. Those things culminate championships, because it determines how are you able to take a win? How are you able to take a loss?
Right.
We need them both. We need them both to get to the championship.
I'm telling you, I get so excited when I hear you speak. I just can't imagine what people are like when they get their one-on-one coaching sessions with you, to learn how to get out of that mentality of loss. You know, I wonder how they feel after 3 sessions, you know, or 4 sessions. And how many sessions is it again? Could you repeat that so that people know? Because I'm gonna list your contact information as well, so that if people want to be coached by you, they'll have a way to reach out to you. But how will these sessions go? One more time.
We have a 30-day, which will focus on 2 of the workshops. It'll open up with the importance of learning to love yourself and protecting your mental space, and that actually goes with goal setting. We've got the 60-day, which takes those 2, and it also incorporates the soft skills along with the You Are Your Brand. And then the 90-day incorporates those 2 plus 2 more. So it really depends on where you feel like you are in your life. Some people, it's not going to take a full 90 days, right? And it's not every day. It's once a week during that time. So you get your one-on-one. And again, there's some people that come to me in a group. So it may be that you and a few of your friends want to do this together, or you can do it individually. But it comes with materials for you to follow.
Oh, like a workbook?
It has a workbook. It comes with a calendar. I encourage journals and positive affirmations. But I mean, there's so much in it it's going to help you to grow, not only in your personal life, right? But man, it's going to coincide and cross over with your professional life, because the more confident that you are, I'm telling you, the sky is the limit for that person who believes in themselves more than anyone else.
Yes.
Bottom
now,
line.
Lakiesha, we have about 5 more minutes here. I'd really love for you to speak about how, when I met you, I'd love for you to speak about you and where you came from when you were speaking at that seminar that I saw regarding the way that you came up and how you overcame some obstacles, how you weren't always this person.
Yeah, I thank you for bringing that up, because I think that people see you and they automatically assume that where you are right now is how you were born. And, you know, I speak candidly about the fact that I was born into a very volatile household. And so I witnessed a great deal of abuse as a young child growing up. I didn't really know any better. I found myself in those type of situations with other people, tons of abuse. And sometimes it would just be me as well, with my anger issues that developed. And then I also came to realize that I suffered greatly from mental health issues. I suffered greatly from being a manic depression.
Wow.
and very suicidal.
Wow.
And you know, I'm so blessed, and I think that that's what's got me anchored in connecting to my purpose, is because I know where I could be, and I know how easy it is to slip back into those places. And so my history is not, it's not ideal for growth.
Yeah, but there you are.
Sometimes, Tosh, we just have to make a choice to grow exactly where we are.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and thank you for encouraging women and men, because your program, we must mention that LRM Growth Solutions is not only for females, it is for males as well. It is for everyone. So
Yes.
anyone that is interested in learning from her, I will list all of her information, her contact information below. And thank you, Lakiesha McDonald, for coming on today. And I am so excited to see what happens with this win mentality that you have over at LRM Growth Solutions.
Thank you.
And I look forward to possibly being on your radio show and, you know, just talking to you.
Without a doubt.
All right. Thank you.
Goodbye, sis.